Hi, and welcome to the Health Promotion Strategies of Benoa State School. This is Sevle Mardley, this is Michelle Ewan, and I'm Annalie Phil. And as your Health Promotion Committee, we're going to do everything in our power to maintain our school vision of empowering lifelong learners for the overall well-being of our students, our school, and our community. Today we're going to discuss the issues surrounding anxiety. This health promotion video will address what it is, its causes and effects, how to identify it, and what we can do about it. But first, what does mental health look like? Mental health consists of personal development, positive and respectful relationships, identifying, managing and understanding emotions, communicating, solving problems, making decisions, taking responsibility, and setting goals. So in this diagram is a combination of factors that influence mental health. As we can see here, the three main factors are biological, social, and psychological. These factors contribute to a student's stress levels, which in turn can lead to anxiety. Therefore, as teachers, we need to aim to provide a school environment that is rich in these interconnecting areas. So what is anxiety? Anxiety is more than just feeling stressed or worried. While stress and anxious feelings are a common response to a situation where we feel under pressure, they usually pass once the stressful situation has passed or stressor is removed. Anxiety is when these anxious feelings don't go away, when they're ongoing and happen without any particular reason or cause. It's a serious condition that makes it hard to cope with daily life. Everyone feels anxious from time to time, but for someone experiencing anxiety, these feelings aren't easily controlled. Anxiety disorders refers to a group of conditions rather than one single disorder. These are social phobia, obsessive compulsive disorder, separation anxiety, and generalized anxiety. As we are looking at anxiety holistically, some of the common characteristics include the affected individual's experience, persistence, excessive worry, or fears that typically interferes with the ability to carry out their daily tasks or take pressure in day-to-day life. It is common for young people to be fearful and anxious, but some may be more anxious than other children of their age and developmental levels, and this may stop them participating in activities at school or socially, or interfere with their ability to do what other children and adolescents of their age do. According to the Australian Department of Health, a study conducted in 2015 in which parents identified their children with certain disorders indicated that anxiety is the second most commonly identified condition for children and adolescents from ages 4 to 11. 1 in 4 young Australians aged 4 to 11 experienced an anxiety disorder during 2015. This is equivalent to 7% of the population, which is approximately 278,000 young Australians. But only 1 in 7 would get the help that they need. This indicates an immense lack of assistance and awareness of this health issue. Let's increase the statistic by raising awareness and implementing different strategies to tackle this issue at hand. So what causes anxiety? An anxiety condition isn't developed or caused by a single factor, but a combination of things such as personality factors, difficult life experiences and physical health. These may include family history, such as genetic predisposition towards anxiety. Certain personality traits can also affect a child's tendency to experience anxiety, such as controlling behaviour or perfectionism, just to name a few. Stressful events such as the loss of a loved one or a change in living environment. Physical illness can also contribute to anxiety conditions such as asthma or hypertension. Here are some of the traits that can help us identify whether a student has an anxiety disorder. Pessimism and negative thinking patterns, constant worrying, self-criticism and guilty thoughts, anger, nervousness and tantrums, physical complaints such as headaches, stomach aches and fatigue, avoidance behaviours and refusal, procrastination, poor memory and concentration. So how do we fix it? Anxiety isn't something that can just be fixed. It is a long developmental process in which the child requires ongoing support and effective strategies for dealing with the condition. At Benoa, we already have the Calm Box in place that provides students with sensory support through visual cues such as calm down cards and eyeglasses, tactile support including stress balls and bubble wrap, auditory support with headphones to cancel out noise, breathing and relaxation such as bottles of bubbles and cotton balls, and proprioceptive support with the use of rubber bands. Although this has shown great improvement to the individual student, it has been tailored for. We must take on a more holistic approach so that the students who have not yet identified themselves with an anxiety condition can also gain support. Another tactic in place, as you all know, is the buddy bench. However, We are concerned with the fact that the students who need it the most are generally the students that are more reluctant to use the service. Therefore, we have devised an action plan to reinstate our vision here at Benoa, which is to empower lifelong learners and attain our mission goals that each child's potential is reached, that each member of the school community strives for goodness and maintained through consistent commitment to wellbeing. To achieve this, we propose the following 3 strategies that aim to be inclusive and raise awareness for individuals, the whole school, and the wider community. These 3 strategies enable all our students to achieve their fullest health potential by incorporating it into our classroom and the curriculum to develop personal skills and strengthen community actions, mediate by reorientating our health services, and advocating by raising awareness, building a healthy public policy, and creating supportive environments. Our first strategy is the Safe Box, which is focused at an individual level and enables students to identify their emotions and share them with their teacher in a non-confrontational manner. This will be done by asking students to write down their feelings and any concerns they are dealing with and place them in the Safe Box for their teacher to read at a later date. The Safe Box is a symbolic gesture of a place where students can place their emotions by removing the fear of being judged. We recommend educators to implement this as a weekly practice that allows teachers to monitor the mental health of the students, detect any warning signs, and act accordingly. So what are the benefits? It will help students recognise their emotions, provide opportunities for open discussions among peers and teachers, help students to understand that it's okay to talk about their feelings or concerns, will demonstrate to the students that the teacher cares about the whole student, not just their cognitive development. Furthermore, this is a useful practice for all students, regardless if they experience symptoms of anxiety or not, as it provides the opportunity to self-reflect and record personal emotions at routine intervals and identify any repeating patterns that they may observe. So what are some of the barriers we may face? Some students may still be reluctant to write down their true emotions, time management for the teacher, and added stress on the teacher if they do discover a student has concerning thoughts or feelings. So how do we overcome these barriers? We also provide an anonymous safe box for students who seem reluctant. If a teacher has concerns, they can strategically give the student a post-it colour that no other student has and work it out from the colour, as the student is not required to write down their name if they are using the anonymous box. We understand as teachers, you are already under a lot of pressure and have limited class time, so perhaps you could give the class safe box responsibility to one of your students that show leadership skills. They could collect the student's paper during the week and tick their names off a list as they go along. Students could also be given the responsibility of creating the boxes in an art lesson. As for added stress, we are currently developing professional development workshops for educators that focus on strategies for dealing with these conditions and information on the right people to contact or report to. Our second strategy incorporates yoga into the health and physical education curriculum to empower students' mindset and acts as a stress relief session. This strategy allows the school to mentor the students to become aware of their own thoughts and emotions and learn to be more mindful of their cognitive process through breathing and stretching exercises. Yoga will benefit the school at an advocative level, where more individuals will gain the positive impacts without the aim of being too obvious. When the students are doing yoga, both their mental and physical well-being are improving, and at the same time they are developing the ability to be introspective. We encourage teachers to allow a minimum of 2 10-minute sessions per week to gain the benefits of this exercise. Schools in South Australia and New South Wales are successfully practicing yoga for as little as 5 minutes a week and claimed that students are calmer after the yoga session. Miss Malinovsky from Renmark West Primary School states, "The feedback from teachers suggests yoga and meditation are making a difference to student behaviour." So what are the benefits? Develops mindfulness, increases concentration, helps regulate emotions and stress, influences self and social awareness, can be an effective coping technique for some students. So what are some of the barriers? Some students may dislike the exercise, or certain beliefs may not allow the practice, and teachers may also feel uncomfortable teaching yoga. So how do we overcome these barriers? Students could be provided with alternative relaxation exercises, such as drawing or laying down, listening to music. Teachers can use guided videos rather than teaching it themselves, or ask parents or caregivers to volunteer. Our third strategy is Brekkie Fitness, which mediates our health promotion of the issue to parents, caregivers, and the wider community. Brekkie Fitness is a program that was recommended by Merrimack State School. We reached out to the coordinator of the program and were informed that it had been highly successful. Brekkie Fitness is held in the mornings before class and involves a breakfast and physical activities for students to participate in. This program encourages all students and their family members to attend, as it emphasises the importance of students' wellbeing at a broader level in comparison to the previous two strategies. This program will be run weekly by the P&C, teachers and volunteered families. We aim to launch Brekkie Fitness to fit into the first week of Term 4, which also aligns with Mental Health Week. This launch will be an open invitation to all students, family, community members and stakeholders as a celebration of Mental Health Week. The benefits of Brekkie Fitness include the fact that regular exercise can help to reduce stress and anxiety, as well as in increasing concentration and overall cognitive functioning. Brekkie Fitness also supports social development among students and provides parents and caregivers with opportunities to be involved in their children's school life. Some of the barriers include funding. Unlike Merrimack, who is an independent school and controls their budget, we are faced with the budget restrictions, so we are asking students and families to donate food and drinks when possible. We will provide a checklist for students to take home so that we don't double up on dishes and waste food. Teachers volunteering is another barrier. We understand that most teachers' schedules are already full of extracurricular activities, so we have encouraged Benowa to take on more prac students, particularly students who are majoring in health and professional development, as they can take on some of the responsibilities for Brekkie Fitness. We will also send out a newsletter asking families to volunteer when possible. We realise that catering for the whole school will be difficult, so we have split the year levels into 3 weeks. So weeks 1 to 3 will be Foundation to 2, weeks 4 to 7 will be years 3 and 4, and weeks 7 to 10 will be years 5 and 6. And to avoid tokenism and loss of enthusiasm among parents in the community, we will hold a thank you breakfast at the end of the term for all that were involved. To further advocate Mental Health Week, there will be a competition held in the library for the best mental health promotion poster for each year, so we advise teachers to allow some class time to work on these posters, which can also initiate discussions around the importance of Mental Health Week. So where to next? We intend to reach out to specialists to speak at the Brekkie Fitness events. These include university students, psychologists, survivors and role models to develop a strong foundation of understanding about anxiety and normalise the issue to ensure that every individual would be able to gain some benefit out of the offered program and access to useful information. Professional development sessions will be provided throughout the year to support teachers with emotion management, confront the issue at a deeper level by offering the teachers with yoga workshops and tips on how to deal with anxiety, as most teachers also experience this feeling to some degree. They will be able to relate to the students, form a better understanding of the matter and develop more useful advices for the students. When the school wants to apply new health policies, we will make decisions collaboratively with the school community to gain feedback on the strategies and suggestions to improve it in order to enable everyone to have a say in the current issue. By maintaining a consistent analysis of the pattern of changes in students' behaviours and encourage the commitment from the community, we can reinforce the desired safe environment within the school and also at home. At the same time, we will update our understandings of the most recent news and strategies that are more effective by monitoring the strategies that other schools are updating and compare the results to endorse the proposed strategies. In conclusion, students and teachers can experience different states of anxiety. There is no one single approach for identifying or dealing with anxiety. Therefore, our strategies focus on physical, biological, emotional, and social factors that promote a safe environment and influence students and teacher well-being. The plan that we propose consists of different levels of involvement and participation from a range of individuals to ensure that the plan is comprehensive and has considered all aspects that make up the school. In relation to the Health Promoting Schools framework, the implementation of this plan will allow the school to satisfy the 3 interacting components of our school in a holistic way by considering what is taught and learned, physical and social setting of the school, and the partnerships formed between the school and members of the community, including parent, non-government, and government organisation. To overcome the barrier of restricted funding in the school, we will organise a fundraising day for the yoga program, and at the same time we could reach out to volunteers in the field to assist the well-beings of the student. By dedicating a corner of the library for handouts and supporting information about mental health and anxiety in specific, the school's focus on the framework is further supported and information about the issue is delivered in a different form.
We hope you all agree that this approach will be beneficial to our school community and look forward to working with you all to make our proposal a reality. Feel free to contact us for any questions or further information. And remember, mental health begins with me.